You can get all our podcasts and our terms of use at bbcworldservice.com/podcasts.
I'm India Rakison, and for assignment on the BBC World Service, I'm in the city of Hamburg in North Germany, where around 500 migrants are arriving every day. This is Ala. She's from Syria. She travelled here with her two sisters and her father.
Now, when I'm staying in Germany, I hope to happy and make a dance. Thank you, Mama Merkel.
And then there's Ali. He's a young student from Afghanistan.
I have a nice feeling. Yeah, I'm safe. Now no one can injure me. No one can kill me. Yeah.
They've both travelled thousands of miles on a journey that's commonly known as the death route. They have hopes of a new start. Ali wants a better education. For Ala, it's the chance to enjoy life in peace. But what can they really expect from Germany? In this programme, I'll look at what the future might hold for them and thousands of others, and ask whether cities like Hamburg can cope.
This is broadcasted worldwide. In Germany, you get flowers and teddy bears when you arrive. But what's the next step? Then you arrive in a camp where you say, well, I didn't expect it.
And the first point of arrival for most migrants is here.
So we've come down to the central station in the middle of Hamburg. The rain has been absolutely pouring down, beating down on these huge arched ceilings. And right in the middle of the station, sandwiched in between a waffle stand and a place that's selling juiced green and red peppers, is a small hub of people running around in fluorescent yellow vests. And they're surrounded by people who are looking slightly confused. They're being fed, they're being handed clothes. And basically this is the first port of call for people getting off the train here in Hamburg. The first people I spoke to was a young boy who'd just literally been reunited with his mother and his sister, who he hadn't seen for 3 years. And they just made a 10-day journey across from Syria and have finally arrived. And he had just that moment met them, and their eyes were just so excited to see each other, and it was quite amazing.
In the station, I meet different people in various situations from right across the world. Lots of people from Afghanistan, Eritrea, Iran. We stop and speak. Many, particularly Syrians and Iranians, are too afraid to be recorded, fearing the consequences for family they left back home. But others stop and share their story with me, like Mahmoud from Syria.
I lost everything in Kobani. I lost my house. I have nothing left in Kobani, just the name of Kobani.
The volunteers who respond to calls on radio and social media greet hundreds of people arriving by train every day.
You know, they are so friendly, they are so calm, and they are just thankful that they get something to eat.
It's obvious that everyone has a very different story to tell. We meet people who are pregnant, lawyers, jewellery makers, pharmacists, families with young children, and we meet a lot of people who have been travelling alone. And it is here in Hamburg we first meet Ali. This is Ali's first day in Germany. Migrants arriving at the station or by bus are brought to a registration centre in town to fill in a simple slip of paper with their name, age, where they are from. They wait to be transferred to one of Hamburg's camps or places of accommodation for Flüchtlinge, migrants. There are now over 100 camps in the city, and it's in these camps that they will apply and interview for asylum. Ali says he arrived in Germany with nothing, but he was given new clothes. He looks smart and clean when we meet him. He has a bag with a map of Paris on it.
No, the bag I took from here, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everything from here. I don't have anything to buy. No money, no nothing.
Ali can reel off football stats at lightning pace and seems to know a lot about Germany's economy. He's been given a football, though it's not blown up yet. He tells me he's 16 and a half and that he's from just outside Kabul in Afghanistan.
Security is very, very bad. My father was disappeared in a war.
Your father has disappeared?
Yeah.
You don't know where he is?
No.
So you're in Germany now?
Yeah, I'm happy.
You're happy?
Yeah. I have a nice feeling. Yeah, I'm safe. No one can injure me. No one can kill me. Yeah.
What do you want to do in Germany now you're here?
I want to continue my study. I love study.
So what will happen next?
the leader of Germany should accept us and also my family. They're in danger. They should bring my family here. I miss them so. I miss them a lot.
Ali hopes to be able to continue his studies to become a civil engineer in Germany, and he wants his family to join him. Later that afternoon, we said goodbye. Now that Ali had registered, he was going to a camp for people under 18 who are travelling alone, where his application could be processed and where he hoped to be given free education. Another new arrival is Ala. She's 27.
Left Syria because my house it's bombed and lose all my house and don't know when death because don't know where is gunshots or bomb.
It was her first night in another camp in the Congress Centre in town. Instead of exhibitions and events, this hall now hosts hundreds of people. This is where Ala is staying while she waits for her application to be processed.
So why did you come to Germany?
Because Germany, it's now you tell about Germany, it's industry area and economic area. And when I'm children,
When you were little, yeah?
I hope to visit Germany and learn in Germany.
Really?
Yeah, really. All in my home, maybe in machine and television, phone, and made in Germany. That's yeah.
Oh, so everything you had?
Yeah.
Everything you had was made in Germany?
Yeah, I love this, and it's a very quality and the quantity is very good. I love all machine when I'm children. All
You like machines?
Yeah, I like machine. I love that, and yeah, when I'm child, it's my dream maybe, but it's true now, not a dream really.
Is there something in Germany you're really excited about doing or?
First, I want to finish or register.
Yeah.
And then I'm
Get
very
registered.
relaxed. I want to visit many cities. I want to see culture, shopping, about restaurant and music, dance.
Do you like to dance, Ala?
Yeah,
I can tell.
yeah, sure.
Something about you
but
that
when
makes
I'm
me think.
sad now, when I'm stay in Germany, I hope to happy and make a dance. Thank you to Germany. Thank you, Mama Merkel.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mama Merkel, and all people in Germany. Yeah, thank you very much.
Ala, and Ali too, spoke a lot about being pleased to be safe, but also about education. It seems to be a cornerstone for many people's hopes. There are free German lessons available, and for those who are under 18 and travelling alone, there's free education in specific camps. It was one of these camps that Ali set off for last night, but he wasn't there for long.
So we've met up with Ali this morning and he's in a bit of a bind because when they took him to the camp for young unattended people last night, they interviewed him and said that they didn't believe that he was 16. And instead, they've given him a card with 1996 on, which makes him 19.
Yeah, I gave my age here. They said no. They looked just to me and they said you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first days are confusing and Ali's story is typical. The sheer numbers make the process complicated and there's lots of waiting around.
So how do you feel about being in Germany today, then, Ali?
A little boring, because I'm tired. I have the 2 months journey. My future is not. I don't know what will be my future is.
Ali spends the afternoon waiting for transport and eventually is given a bus ticket and makes his way to Schnackenberg Alley.
The bus come.
It's Hamburg's biggest camp and holds around 2,400 people.
I'm Stephanie. I've been the head of Schnackenburg Allee since 2 years now. My background is I'm a psychologist and I got a master in peace and security studies. Here in this camp I am responsible for 43 employees. These containers are the oldest containers in the camp. The camp was built up in 2013. And in every 12 square meter container we got 4 residents living. We always try to make sure that we don't mix cultures in one container, so that we have Arabs in one container and 4 Albani people in the next container.
So looking from the outside, they look like people's homes, they're sort of like baskets and people's washing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like people's home. They got the washing machine here and actually they also got a dryer. but obviously they also put the washing and dry the washing outside.
I should say as well, by containers, they're not shipping containers, they're more like cabins, aren't they?
Yeah, that's like actually containers that you also have for people working on the construction sites. Maybe we can walk into this direction where actually the whole camp was built up. Well, what we can see there right now is some of our residents dancing and clapping their hands to traditional music. Sounds a bit like Balkan music, but I'm not quite sure. So we actually work with many volunteers in order to keep like the mood of the residents positively, which is hard under these living conditions.
And where we're standing now, we can see on the right there are more of these containers, as you called them.
Yeah.
But then to the left, the accommodation changes.
Yeah, exactly. That is our tent city, which was built up in July this year. So actually the whole ground was only containers until July this year. And then we were like overrun by these hundreds and thousands of refugees arriving in Hamburg.
And how many people are in each tent?
It depends on the size of the tent. In the smaller tents we have 8 people, and in the biggest tents we have 32 people.
32 people living in one tent?
Yeah.
It's quite a sort of unique living situation.
Yeah, it is, especially now that it's getting colder during the nights, and now we have sun, so the mood is pretty good, but as soon as we have rain, it's cold, and it might even start snowing. I can't imagine how I can imagine how the mood of the people will change, and I'm actually a bit worried about that.
I've just run into these 4 men on the road on the way into the camp. They're all from Syria. Yeah. You say you've been here for how long?
5 months here.
5 months?
For nothing.
For nothing?
Yes. I don't have nothing here. And I want to come to my children to here.
Your children are still in Syria?
Yes. And he's life in Syria now.
And how are they?
I don't know now.
Have you not spoken to them?
No. No, mobile.
Your mobile doesn't work?
Yes.
What does your friend say?
He said Almania is not good for the Syrian people. Nothing here. No life. Look, this is room. Look there. This is room. It's small room.
Small tent.
Yes, it's very very small. I want to go from this country. I don't like.
You want to leave
like
Germany?
Yes, all the people here.
Everyone here wants.
Yes, everyone. Yes.
You can't leave.
Yes.
What did you think Germany would be like? What did you expect from Germany?
I don't know. Angela Merkel. Yes.
Yeah.
Why he say come people Syria here? Why? For this is life? Why?
Has anyone given you any idea of what will happen?
No.
No one's spoken to you about?
No.
So you're just waiting?
Yes, I'm just waiting.
What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my passport. I'm here for 5 months for nothing. No justice here.
No justice?
Yes, no.
Ali's only been here for a couple of days, but already he shares some of these concerns.
I don't know.
Has anyone explained to you how long?
No, different people are different time here. Some of them 5 months, 6 months, or 3 months. Yeah, different.
We spoke to somebody this morning who said that it could take about a year.
In here?
Yeah.
It will be. Yeah.
You kind of accept that?
Yeah, accept. God helped me that I should come out from here in a short time, because in here I can't do anything. I want to study and improve. The people are here, they're not busy with good things. They just raise their time. Yeah, they're sleeping or eating, not anywhere else.
What are you going to do with your time?
I don't know. Now I'm here. I want to learn, language.
You came here to Germany because you want to sort of improve. You keep saying you want to improve your life.
Yeah,
yourself,
surely,
you want to learn.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's okay to just expect that of a
Yeah,
country?
I expect, but it's not impossible. It's hard, but not impossible.
Do you expect Germany to give it to you?
Yeah, I expect. Why not? I'm coming here to do that.
But just
Not
because
anything else.
you've come all the way here doesn't mean they have to give you free education.
Yeah.
Do you think lots of people think that?
Yeah, lots of people, because in their countries like Syria, Afghanistan, and other countries, they are coming not good security, not good education. So they're coming here to improve their lives or improve themselves.
So you're saying education is just a part of why
Yeah,
people are here?
it's
not the whole thing.
Yeah, in Afghanistan we had schools, but if we don't have a security, we cannot do anything.
You can't go to school.
Yeah, it's not impossible to study or to improve ourselves.
Ali's headed back in to get some more clothes. They bring round, he said, one item each to the tent, so he's gone off to get them, and we've just waved goodbye to him. And it's quite strange just watching him. I'm still just watching him on this long road right into the middle of the camp. He seemed to be quite accepting of the idea that he's got maybe a year here, and he said it's just a part of my life, a thing I have to do to get to where I want to be.
It's obvious that the people are freezing in the tents, that the people are getting more and more dissatisfied with their situation here in Hamburg, that they get more desperate, and that, well, we see how people freeze, we see how desperate people are, and we can't really help because we just don't have the capacities of houses.
Stephanie Gaumert, the head of the camp in Schnackenberg Alley.
We can't really solve the biggest problems like traumatization, freezing, desperation. Many have seen like close relatives die, they have lost someone in the war, or they even had to fight as well and had to kill people. And that's why we installed this trauma therapy here, and we offer it now 3 times a week, 5 hours. But it's very hard to overcome a trauma or to get better if you live in a camp where you never have room for rest or peace and quiet, because you share your room with at least 3 different people.
And how long do you think people expect to be in this camp?
Well, they are supposed to be in this camp, in theory, no longer than 3 months, but I think they will stay even longer the more refugees arrive, because we are definitely lacking apartments. We try to explain to everyone the desperate situation, and that we are pretty overwhelmed by the amount of refugees arriving, and that, of course, this is a crisis in Hamburg, but of course every day new people arrive, and then I want them to understand that they don't have to live in tents because we are evil or because we like the situation like this, but because we are in a crisis.
Do you think they do understand that? Because actually, talking to a lot of people, there's a lot of frustration, isn't there?
Yeah,
the sort of
definitely.
what people expected from Germany.
Yeah, that is very frustrating, and it's like really when you come from Syria or Afghanistan, you always have the picture of Germany, that you think, oh, Germany is a rich country, it will be easy to learn German, we'll find a job. And then the people arrive here, they see, oh, we sleep in tents. Oh, we have to wait between 3 or 6 months or even a year until our asylum case is decided on. It's a completely different picture from what people expected when they first came here.
Do you feel like you're at the limit?
I would say we're definitely at the limits, yeah.
But more people are arriving every day.
Yeah. That's it.
We've been in Hamburg for 5 days, and we've just met coming out of the gates a group of guys who were walking past us, and they started waving little booklets, and one guy has been given his German passport after 6 months in this camp, and he was absolutely elated. They were Iraqi Kurds, they had their green booklet, their German passport, and that was them out of the camp. With 30,000 migrants currently in Hamburg and applying for asylum, officials acknowledge that there just aren't enough people employed to process all the applications. Marcel Schweitzer is the spokesperson for the Ministry of Labour, Social Affairs and Integration in Hamburg. These days, most of his hours are spent tackling the migrant crisis.
It's not a question of can we handle it. We just have to. Because we have a constitution in Germany where the rights of asylum seekers are defined. And there is no limit for asylum seekers.
A lot of the big camps at the moment are, I suppose, under scrutiny in a way, because there have been some people complaining about the standards and the difficulties inside. I've certainly spoken to some people outside Schnackenburg Alley saying, it's no good in there. It's very difficult and it's cold.
Well, of course, it's very cold in the night when you have to live in a tent. It's not the appropriate accommodation for women, for babies. We all know this. On the other hand, the biggest challenge right now is to find appropriate buildings that we can use for accommodations. Now we have a new law that allows us to take warehouses and to house refugees in it. And we can take it just overnight. That's allowed now.
What do you think people expect from Germany when they arrive?
I think refugees expect a lot more than we can give. Several weeks ago, we had a period where so many people stood in the central station and gave a warm welcome to all the refugees. Of course, this is broadcasted worldwide. In Germany, you get flowers and teddy bears when you arrive. But what's the next step? Then you arrive in a camp where you say, well, I didn't expect it. I think that's the biggest question that most of the people arriving in Germany just ask every day.
Is Hamburg at its limit?
No. Well, we can do more, of course, and we have to do more.
But there are not enough people to run these camps and to count people. You can't even count people when they arrive. Is there going to be a point where you just have to say no more?
No. We have to find solutions within the borders of Germany. And of course, we need a quota system within the European Union. But we cannot solve it here in Hamburg. We just have to handle the situation as good as we can. And we do our very best, I hope.
I'm back in Hamburg to catch up with Ali and Ala.
Hello, India. How are you?
Good. Nice to see you again down here.
Nice to see you too.
Ala has had to move to a camp further out of the city. She suggested we go for a walk.
I love walk very much. When I'm sad, I love walk because it's making me happy.
You like to walk when you're sad?
Yeah, I love this all the time.
But you've never walked around here?
No, don't walk because all the time I'm sad. I'm stay in bed. I cannot walk.
When you arrived at the camp, you were so sad that you didn't want to walk?
Yeah, all the time because I cannot talk to anyone and I'm feeling very sad. Mom in Syria, mom in work, I'm left house, I'm left my city. Yeah, it's very different. And but now I want to happy. I want to make happy into my life.
Okay, so when you first arrived, you felt good, and then you had some days where you were very sad.
Yeah.
When I saw you, we talked about the things you wanted to do in Germany. So you said you wanted to go to restaurants and see culture, go dancing. Have you managed to do any of these things?
We want to see and go to restaurant and go to dance and go to party. I want to do all things. Yeah.
But you haven't done it yet.
I hope that, but in Hamburg I don't have a friend.
Ala is waiting. She hasn't been able to apply for asylum yet. She says that all that's happened in the last 10 days is that she's had her vaccinations.
But no problem. This is no problem because we are stay in peace. We must wait because every day come a lot of refugees in Germany. All people, we want to stop war or go to this road.
Death road.
Yeah.
So you're saying that either the war in Syria has to stop or people will just keep making this death journey that you call it?
We hope all people in Syria, we hope stop war because it's too much.
What do you feel about Germany now? Do you feel it's a good place?
Yeah, it's a very good place. Peace place.
It's a peaceful place.
Yeah, peace place, and people in Germany doing same Islam like to love people, to help people. This is a true Islam. Yeah, this is like same like us.
So you still feel really grateful?
Yeah.
Alla seems resigned, even if not completely content, to wait. But it's not the same for everyone. Ali's story is more complicated. When I arrived in Hamburg, I rang Ali and he said that he was now in Frankfurt. So I went to meet him. It seemed to me that he was being pretty cagey when we spoke on the phone, but eventually, when I met him, I got this story from him. Ali didn't want to be recorded, but he told me that he walked out of the camp in Schnackenberg Alley one evening and got a train to Frankfurt, where he sought out and was accepted into a young person's camp. To do this, he had to tell them that he was under 18 and that he'd only just arrived in Germany, therefore omitting his days in Hamburg. He insists that he is 16, but his Facebook page says he's 20. When I confronted him with this, he was adamant that he is 16 and that he had to make up his age on Facebook so he could study early at Kabul University. I don't know for sure Ali's age, but I do know that like many other migrants, Ali is being resourceful and navigating the system in Germany to make the best of his situation. Cities like Frankfurt and Hamburg are rising to the challenge, but they're also struggling to cope, both with the numbers and with what officials admit is growing dissatisfaction.
That's all from this edition of Assignment. It was presented by India Rakison. To hear more in the series, go to bbcworldservice.com/assignment.